Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction. Today we're taking a look at a new release from Thomas Earnshaw. This is the Thomas Earnshaw Flinders watch, ES8081-01. Now Captain Matthew Flinders from 1774 to 1814 was a distinguished navigator and cartographer who was the first to circumnavigate Australia and identify it as a continent. It was actually Flinders who contained the majestic and historic journey of HMS Investigator, on which Earnshaw chronometers E520 and the E543 were carried, and helped us successfully chart and document the continent of Austria. I believe Austria, or Austria. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a pretty cool watch here. As you can see, you have an open heart. Already see that power reserve indicator, and let's get in a little bit closer and I'll tell you what it's all about. So here is the watch, and before we get started, let me do my customary wristwatch check. I'm actually wearing my Rolex Submariner. Haven't worn it in quite some time. Good to be back on the wrist. But anyway, here's the watch we'll be talking about today. This is the Thomas Earnshaw Flinders, and as you can see, it's quite a nice looking watch. It's obviously a dressy type of watch, not something sporty, more kind of, classic looking, and it has some cool features, so let's get into it. Well, starting off with some basic dimensions, this is in a 42 millimeter case here. In terms of the actual thickness of the case, it's a bit thick, I would say, this watch. We're looking at 15.5 millimeters. Definitely has some heft to it, I would say, compared to some of the other Earnshaws I've featured on this channel. As you can see, the case is comprised of all 316L stainless steel. It's polished all around, which gives it quite a nice, elegant look, I would say. Gives it a little flash as well. Now, some other stuff about this watch. In terms of the actual water resistance, only 5 ATMs on this piece. We have a pull and push crown, which is pretty normal for a dressy type of watch. 5 ATMs, that's 50 meters. Now it does come on this nice 22 millimeter genuine leather embossed strap, which is quite supple and definitely flexible, which most of you probably know already. Most of these straps they supply are pretty good. So you have a 22 millimeter lug width here, tapers all the way down to 20 at the end. And let's look at the dial a little closer here. As you can see, we have a lot going on in this dial. Nice, smooth, polished bezel here. We have a power reserve indicator, which is quite nice. You can see it's mostly charged up by now. And you can see the wheel going right there. That's actually not a... Now, in a more expensive luxury watch that costs in the hundreds of thousands, this is where the tourbillon would naturally be. But as you can see, we do have your seconds indicator actually in here, which is pretty cool. As you see this ring around here to look at these seconds, which I think is a pretty neat idea and pretty, very practical, I would say. Now we do get a hardened mineral crystal here with some coating on it, as you can see, which gives off some nice reflections, as you can see right there. That's always nice to see. Now, as you can see, we have these planks going down over here. We have applied polished silver Romans going all around here with minute markings in between. It does state power reserve, 2 little screws here, and it does say Earnshaw, I believe 1805 Earnshaw right here. Yep. Now we have nice long Dauphine hands right here, which are kind of brushed, I would say. Yep, they're definitely brushed. And let's take a look at the crown here. We get that double E on the crown as well. So we get that double E on the crown, which is their logo, as well as the E on the buckle here, which is signed with Earnshaw and brushed. And then 2 safety keepers right here. And all around, it's a very nice looking watch, I must say. It feels of quality compared to some of their other models. This one definitely feels better, I would say. Now the movement inside of this watch, we can see through this exhibition caseback, displaying the Earnshaw logo on the rotor right here. Automatic movement, stainless steel, 5 ATMs. This is a Japanese automatic movement. Not 100% sure the exact caliber. I'll have to leave that in the comment section below. But it does have some nice stripes going diagonal and horizontal as well. And nice stripes on the rotor. And these screws are blue over here. They're not true blue, but they're definitely blue. Now, I think that looks pretty, it's pretty captivating when you look at it. For a watch in this price range. And if you want to know all the price, more specifics like that, I'll drop a link in the description below with my special discount code where you can save 30% on any of these watches from Thomas Earnshaw. I believe the code is watchaddict or WA30, and you can take 30% off any watch. So to function this watch, obviously you have your power reserve indicator, so when I wind it here, it's going to move up. There it goes. And it's pretty much fully charged now. So first position is self-winding, and then we're going to pull it out one position, and then we can set the time here, as you can see. Now it does not hack this movement, I did notice that. And then I'm going to push it back down. It's as simple as that. Yeah, very simple watch here. I think it has some nice looks. The band is pretty much standard across all Earnshaw models. I like the idea that they used an exhibition case back this time, and I also like the idea that it's a bit thicker and has a bit more heft to it, I would say. I'm going to go ahead and throw it on my 6.5-inch wrist, show you exactly what it looks like. Here's the watch pictured on my 6.5-inch wrist with this 42mm case. As you can see, like I stated, it's quite a chunky watch. It definitely has good wrist presence, I would say. Definitely stands out, and certainly looks more expensive than it actually costs, which is a good thing. As you can see, the strap's supplied, no need for break-ins there. It fits fine. And all in all, I think it's a nice look for the money. I believe it's like $300 US or something of that nature. Like I said, you'll have to check the website for more direct information. But, you know, all in all, I think it's a decent watch for the money. I like the case back. I like what they did with the movement. I like all that's going on in the dial. I like the power reserve indicator. That's something new I've seen from Earnshaw. And I like this little open heart here. Let me get it a little closer. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. You know, the seconds going around there. Definitely interesting. Definitely quite an interesting watch here from Thomas Earnshaw. So I hope you guys liked this video. Definitely subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Thomas Earnshaw Flinders in the description below or the comment section below. As always, this is the Watch Addict of the Thomas Earnshaw Flinders. Hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you never miss another Watch Addiction upload. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.